April 26, 1986, 1:23 a.m., northern Ukraine. The city of Pripyat is asleep. Warm spring air, open windows, silence. On the horizon, the steady glow of the power plant. But in this moment, something is already going wrong. At Reactor 4, engineers are conducting a test, a routine procedure, an ordinary night. And yet, strange numbers begin to appear in the control room. The reactor is behaving unpredictably. No one knows that within seconds, this night will become the deadliest in the history of nuclear power. The RBMK-1000 reactor, the pride of Soviet engineering. It is supposed to be stable, predictable, controlled. But that night, the parameters drop too low. Power nearly vanishes. Operators try to restore it. They disable safety systems, one by one. It's a violation, but there's no time for doubt. The system shows erratic spikes, uneven power distribution, as if something inside the reactor has a life of its own. Later, experts will say, this was the moment it still could have been stopped. But no one does. 1:22 a.m. Power rises again, too fast. Readings begin to contradict each other. Some instruments say normal, others say danger. The engineers argue, but they decide to continue the experiment. The reactor becomes unstable, like an engine on the verge of tearing itself apart. At that moment, the conditions become perfect for disaster. And then, they press the emergency shutdown button, AZ5. The button meant to save the situation, but instead, it triggers a chain of events that can no longer be stopped. 1:23:40 a.m. A dull thud. Then another. The reactor lid, weighing over 1,000 tons, blasts into the air like the top of a boiling pot. An explosion. A column of fire tears into the sky. Graphite burns. Radioactive debris scatters across the plant. The night sky suddenly becomes blue. The air itself begins to glow. People step out onto their balconies. They watch it like a beautiful spectacle. They still don't know it's radiation, but the worst is yet to come. This is not a single explosion. The reactor is open, the core is destroyed, and now it burns, not like an ordinary fire. This fire releases invisible death into the atmosphere. Radiation rises kilometers into the sky, the wind carries it, and it begins to spread across Europe. But the authorities remain silent. The city of Pripyat goes on living. Children go to school, people walk the streets, fishermen sit by the river, under an invisible rain of radiation. The firefighters are the first to arrive. They have no idea what they are facing. No protection, no information. They climb onto the roof. They handle burning graphite with their bare hands. They breathe the lethal air. Within hours, they begin to vomit. Their skin reddens. Their organs start to fail from within. Communication breaks down. Information is distorted. Command is confused. The reactor continues to emit. Every second, like thousands of X-rays at once, but millions of times stronger. This is no longer an accident. This is an uncontrolled nuclear catastrophe. The firefighters remain at their posts. They know they are dying, but they keep working. Engineers return to the destroyed unit to manually open valves to save Reactor 3. The liquidators. Hundreds of thousands of people, soldiers, miners, volunteers. They clear graphite from the roof, working in 90-second shifts, because anything longer is fatal. Every step is a gamble with death, but they keep going, because if they stop, the disaster will become even greater. Radiation spreads across vast territories. More than 300,000 people are evacuated. The city of Pripyat becomes a ghost in a single day. A 30-kilometer exclusion zone, forever. A radioactive cloud drifts over Europe. Traces are detected in Sweden, Germany, the United Kingdom. This is not a local accident. It is a catastrophe of continental scale. By some estimates, the consequences are felt for decades. Chernobyl was not an instant disaster. It was a chain of decisions, mistakes, overconfidence. A machine that was meant to serve humanity slipped out of control and revealed just how fragile our trust in technology really is. Today, the reactor lies sealed beneath a sarcophagus. Silence, but beneath that silence is a story that reminds us the most dangerous catastrophes don't begin with an explosion, but with the moment someone believes everything is under control.